Sonoff 4-channel Pro R2 model with a remote control. Today on Chuck's DIY channel. Hey guys, Chuck's here. Just there. This is the the D5 EVO remote control. Now, fantastic remote control. It hops and all the rest of it, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to do something that's totally insecure. I'm going to solder two wires onto the bottom. I've put the multimeter onto continuity test, and I've tested the two bottom pins. I've tested the two bottom pins of this button, which is those two. And they test, once you press the button, that will open the gate at the front gate. Now, I have been doing a lot of stuff a long time ago on Sonoff. Oh, you need to put a little bit of solder in there. I don't know what. I used small wires because I didn't want to make a big kerfuffle or a mess with the board, because like I said, it's $50 something for another one. Why? I don't know. It's only got a bloody programmable chip in the middle of it. I can't remember what megahertz it's on, but so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tin them, maybe leave the ends in one but tin the other end, so that I've got some tinning done. And I'll program them before I go inside, because I need to have it programmed, because I can't use it without being programmed. Right there. Yeah, so that's the end of that. We'll try and find some heat shrink, which I usually keep a little container full of it, but it was open, so now it's all over the floor. But we'll fix that in post-production, won't we? Just beautiful. It works. I'm happy with that. I'll get a little bit of glue into it and we'll be rocking this thing. Rocking and a rolling. What are you doing? We'll be using EWELINK and itching mode, which is momentary switch on, switch off. I'm not going to be using self-locking mode or interlocking mode, and we'll be using a timing schedule. There's 4 screws on the back that need to be removed. One over here, one down there, one over here, one over there. I'm going to take that off, take the front off, switch it over. Not sure what, yeah, it's out. Right. Looks like they've got some sort of current device here. Not sure why that's there. Might be something I don't know. You've got your relays there. You've got your main chip here, and you've got a Wi-Fi network as well, and you've got your LEDs over here, and a little voltage regulator as well. Voltage regulator, LEDs on the side, programming header over here. You've got a buck boost converter over here, I've just noticed. And there's your micro, and there's your memory up in the corner here to be programmed. Your optical sensor down here, which isolates this over here, which is fantastic. And now we'll go on from there. So here you can see your dim rail and it also uses 433, so you can use 433 on it. Once you pair it in, you've got your EWELINK software, which we'll go over because it's been updated. And right here on their page, which is, I'll leave the page reference, you've got your time delay, which is up in the top corner here. I'm just trying to find the itching mode. So you've got your modes here, work mode switch K5, and you've got work mode switch S6. So we need to set this up. We need to come down here, quickly looking for where it explains how to put it in itching mode. Very handy. Okay. I think I've gone too far there. So hopefully this might have given me some information on how to put it into itching mode. Let's have a look. We'll turn you off. All I've got is a 12 volt 2 amp supply here. I couldn't find anything that was lower. You could have gone lower. I reckon 6 volts 1 amp would do the job. I've gone overkill here. Now the plug size, I'm not 100% sure. I have to measure that, but it's not as big as a 12 volt, the normal 12 volts. These are a small one, so this plugs in nicely. So you just need the center pin to be positive. Now this is your AC input, and that's your AC filtering, and it produces 3 volts for the processor. So we can plug that in down here and see if we can get some lighting happening, and hopefully we can move on. So yeah, we've got a light, so I'm pretty happy with that. The blue light appears on, I don't know whether you can see this, blue light appears down the bottom, on the bottom sensor, which is, oh actually it's the top, it might be the top sensor, no it's the bottom sensor. Everything's written upside down. It's R13, just below R13, which is D6. Now you've got K6 that side, K5 that side, and underneath you've got a switch. Now we're going to sort that out right now. What I said before was you've got to set all these to 0, so we'll double check that. And we'll come up a little bit closer to have a look, because it's easier to look at it that way. So all the numbers at the moment are down on, but you need to take the sticky tape off of the actual connector and set them all at 0, because they're all, I think they're set as 1 at the moment. And then you need to set this one as 1 1 0 1. So 0 is in the up position and 1 is on the bottom position. So we'll set this one on the left, and we're going to set the one on the right. I'm using pointy nose, tweezers. That's not really setting it. What's going on here? That one works. So there's two. Oh no. Can I get this number one? They're so small, these switches. It'd be better if they had to use a bigger switch. Anyway. Get this one here. And it's just this one here that doesn't want to set. But I got it now. So they're set. This one is set on number 1, which is itching mode, that's S6. That's S5, which set it all on 0, and that one at the moment I've set it to 3 seconds via the paperwork. So now I just have to hook up my 2 wires into, not that one because that's my, I'll just zoom out a little bit. That's my AC. Don't touch anything with the AC because you don't need the AC, and better not to use the AC if you don't know what you're doing. Just use these 2 wires here, which is the first 2. And if you want to add extra remotes, which could be your roller door, this is for my sliding gate. And from there, I should be able to program it. Right here, this switch here is called S6. Now in position 1, it acts as a interlock and also itching mode. So in position 0, it acts as a lock device, which acts as a normal relay. So you leave that to the left. So leave that across to the left. This one here, now with each one of these, if it's on 0, it can be used with a remote, which is itching mode. So it uses each one as a remote. If you switch one of those down, it becomes a locking device. So you can have one that locks. I'm not 100% sure how that would work with this switch, but it will lock as a relay. So you can have a separate one for a relay. That is what they're saying. Not 100% sure that would be the case. We have a delay setting. So they're saying 1100. Well, on the actual paperwork, which is so small that you couldn't read it if you were, well, you could read it, but it's very, very small. I think if you can see that, that's what you're getting. It's probably a lot better than what I'm actually seeing because I've magnified that. So yeah, I want it to go off for at least a good 3 seconds, which is 1101. So I must set that to 1101. So I'm just going to have a look at this. Take the top off that. Might take the power off it because I don't need the power there while I play with this. And at the moment it's got some sort of sticky stuff on top, which is some sort of tape, I'd say. I'm hoping I'm going to get that off. And I'm going to have to get a very small, whether I can, made them a bit bigger, as I said before, and I've hooked them in. So that's all set up. Now I have to just add the power, and then we just have to go into EWELINK and then sort that out. EWELINK from the App Store or from the Play Store. So it's going to take a little while to hook up. So let's get that in there. Okay, Google, front gate on. Okay, Google, front gate on.
Got it. Turning on front gate.
Hey guys, just to finish off, to complete your install of your Google Assistant controlled gate, I'm suggesting that you download IFTTT. You'll need to enter a password or a username and a password if you don't have an account with them, and you can download that from either the App Store or the Play Store. You need to go into Google Assistant, which is the first thing you need to go to. So if we get out of there, you'll come into this area here. this is what you'll see first. So you go Google Assistant, and then you pick which one you're going to be using. Normally these would be all set up so you'd have to look Get More. So you go down to the Get More position, and then you'd come into this access here, and then you'd want to go to Google Assistant works better with EWELINK. So the first thing you need to do, you need to come down, find the four channel unit, not 2-channel unit. You want a 4-channel unit. So you want the 4-channel unit. You press on that, and then you just need to edit that, which at the moment it's all set up. Should be set up like that, but anyway, let's just go in there. We hop into there by connecting to it. Normally you just press, there's normally a little clock up there to set it up. So then you've got to give it a couple of phrases, say a phrase. So in this case it's light on. Okay, but the four channel system, it's not, this isn't the one that you use anyway. I've stuffed up here, so don't worry about this one. We'll get rid of that in a minute. Yes. Okay, come down the page. This is the one you want. So you want more than one phrase. Okay, so you go in here. Oh, up the top here, you actually got that. So press that. Probably open the gate and shut the gate about 5 times then. Whoops, we all make mistakes. So you come down here and it says say simple phrase. I've set up as open gate, close gate, and I've set stop gate. You can't just say stop because Google won't understand that. And then Google Assistant, you can tell it whatever you want to respond to. You can set the language. And then you come down here and you go front gate, channel 1 on is the command that you want, which is a standard command for Sonoff. And then you also want front gate, channel 1 off when you finish. And then you just have to save that, and that will be all set up, ready for you to go. And then all you have to do is just say the commands, which I'm not going to say the commands because you guys know that it will just activate. But in here, there's a lot of different stuff. There's Google Assistant EWELINK with one switch. There's a lot of different stuff that people have made up. You've even got a cinema automation. I don't know what XXX is, but it might be interesting. Should we have a look at XXX? I don't know. We'll just keep going. And someone's put in a test, and that's in a different language. I think it's Spanish. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, please leave a message or comment below. And that's it. So yeah, so you just open your your IFTTT after you've set up Google Assistant, and set that up so that you can say the right command. Because, you know, like if you were saying, you know, okay, Fred, open front, not open front gate, but front gate on, it doesn't sound correct to us. Might to a robot, but not to us. Anyway, that's it from me. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. Please, you know, say what you like, really. I wish I could get some more subscribers. It's slow, but it's getting there. All right, thank you for all my subscribers, and everyone stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.